It's pre-release week for Ashes of the Empire, and tonight we're here to help you get ready for your upcoming events. For the past couple weeks, we've really been focusing on the draft format as we get ready for the Galactic Championships, and tonight we're going to use those learnings from that draft practice with the help of our friends over at FFG to get you ready for your events this weekend. I'm Jordan from the Colorado Cantina Crew, joined by my teammates, Kyle and Sharkey. We got a treat. We got 4 sealed pool builds from myself, Kyle, Paul, and Kyle's wife Jillian, the Nerd Slayer. We all came over to my house and did the sealed pools this time. This is our third set in a row doing this. Sharkey since had moved to California, so he was doing commentary with other teammates Jerry and Nick. So that's a big treat for you after this little strategy session. But Sharkey, from the outside looking in, what were some quick takeaways from the pool builds that we're about to see?
Well, the takeaways are interesting because a lot of it ends up being way less based on what leader you open. And while we can sit here and say this leader's good, that leader's good, most of the time you're playing the colors that best represent the better cards you have in the pool. And so that's something to keep in mind when you're playing sealed, though that is a little different than draft.
Yeah, sure.
It is something to make sure you keep in mind when you're looking at like, oh no, I didn't open Cad Bane or whatever. Maybe you still end up being in a good spot because the rest of your pool ends up being pretty good.
Yeah, and maybe you open Sabine and you say, maybe there's no other Cad Banes around, Kyle, right? But you were there with us. We drafted, we played some games, we had a good time. But when you looked at, does it feel like it's as open as it feels to Sharkey and myself? Like, do you think for the first time in like a couple sets, it's not just Vel, it's not just Leia at the tippy top? I know that, you could argue that, Jabba and Yularen were there for Leia. You could argue that, Vel had some compatriots also, but it does feel like there's Cad, who's really good, that we'll talk about it. But overall, as we look at some rankings for us, we only have 3 tiers, right?
Yeah. For me, it's I don't think this is a situation like we've had twice now with Leia just being completely dominating and Anakin back in that day, if that was completely dominating, right? Those were probably the 2 worst examples I could think of. I think this is much more balanced. Now, there's a couple leaders that are going to fit into best tier that are definitely better, but they're not just kind of overbearing. I will say the other thing that I really noticed here is, man, I already miss the splash bases. Like for limited play, having a splash base really just kind of made it easier to kind of go out of aspect, obviously, for obvious reasons. Like now all of a sudden it feels harder again. I was like, oh man, I really can't fit that card in anymore, can I? Yeah. So like, I kind of liked my splash bases. I'm sad to see them go.
Yeah. So just real quick, this weekend with pre-release, there's 2 leaders that you could play that you won't be able to play in any other limited format of the season. So if you want to play Luke, if you want to play Palpatine, you can. And speaking of Luke, we have a special giveaway for this video where we're going to be giving away the Luke Palpatine playmat that FFG gave us, but we're going to be shipping it to you in this awesome 3D printed Luke's lightsaber from SWU Sabers on Patreon. Our teammate Paul printed it. We can only ship this in the US just because it's pretty large and we want to make sure it gets to you safely. But to enter to win, all you have to do is to subscribe to our channel, Colorado Cantina Crew, subscribe to our new channel, Colorado Cantina Crew Live, and then comment on one of the videos telling us what leader you want to play this weekend in pre-release. We'll have a video after this with the gameplay from this pools on Colorado Cantina Crew Live. And eventually, if you win, we're going to have to get in touch with you, so that'll probably be through our Discord. So if you want the Luke's and Palp playmat with the lightsaber, I mean, how cool is a lightsaber? I mean, we all have them. And shout out to SWU Sabers. We'll put the link in the description for their stuff as well.
Yeah, to be clear, it's a matte tube. The mat goes in the tube on your backpack, right? It's awesome. Yeah,
instead of your standard acrylic tube that you can put your playmat in, you have Luke's lightsaber.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. So speaking of Luke, Sharkey, if you get a chance at a pre-release this weekend, are you playing Luke? Is he someone that you're interested in?
If you have a habit of opening only one-sided heroism villainy, I mean, he's playable. I probably wouldn't put him much higher than that. I wouldn't put him much lower than that. He's fine. Yeah. If you need the colors, play him. If you don't need the colors, don't. If you like the character, play him.
Yeah, especially this weekend.
Yeah.
I think he might be better than playable. I would leave him in playable, though, just due to that reason, right? He only comes in your pre-release kits. I mean, unless you pull a showcase, Palpatine or Luke.
Yeah, at that point is best, but like that's
not going to happen. But
that's any showcase outside of like Fennec, probably.
Yeah, the ability to heal off though is probably pretty decent. After an attack, and if you get to his flip, he can turn a game back around. So he's probably borderline to best for me, but just because he's so unattainable, I'd leave him in playable.
Cool. So let's rapid fire through some of the leaders that you just don't want to play. I'll kick it off and I'll go Fennec. I think we definitely don't want to play here. There's no reason that you should. Kyle?
I don't really have anything good to say about her. Her body's so small. Her ability, while ambush is typically pretty good in limited play, I just don't think it's effective in this sort of environment. You have to really have a deck centered around trying to make this work. So I agree.
Yeah, let's just rapid fire through them, Kyle. So pick one and then Sharkey, you'll up, and we'll continue.
Yeah, I'm going to take the armorer just to make a point here in the avoid. In previous sets, some of the dual aspect leaders were kind of maybe playable. The problem that we have this time is that this set is not a dual aspect set. So A, you don't have the splash base to help even things out. And B, most of the good 2-drops are either heroism or villainy locked. So you're probably not going to have a turn 1 play if you try to play a dual aspect leader. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, Sharkey, yep. I know you'll make an argument maybe that armor is playable.
It's borderline. It was one of those, like, I wasn't initially thinking coaster, but like the amount of pools you're going to see that actually fit the armor is pretty slim. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of upgrades in the set, but it's probably not enough. Another leader you probably don't want to play is Grogu. Again, you just no reason to go through it. Sharkey, who's up on your list?
Bo-Katan.
Yep.
I've complained about this a lot. Where are the smaller or the 2-drop Mandalorians? Even if you got every one of them, you don't have enough.
Not in this set. I tried in draft recently and it was absolutely terrible. So that's not a good one for me.
Why you do that?
Yeah, and then I would say Palp probably isn't playable again. 7-drop just probably isn't worth it. I think when you can make an argument that Mando is playable, but reality probably isn't. He doesn't do enough to fight for the board. Do you guys have an argument there?
I have Mando playable.
He has the word support printed on him, and to me that puts him at least into playable. I mean, his ability might draw you a card or turn, but just having the flip into support is pretty good. So I'd put him at the bottom of playable, but he's better than
he's way behind the other red heroism leader, but he's still on the playable list to me.
Yeah. Which would be Ezra up here above Luke, and then Vane or Vane probably no, right? Just not enough upgrades. You can't.
I've got Vane in playable, but.
Kyle? You might be able to aggro somebody with kind of a space focused attack. I mean, I think that's a good heroism strategy this set. It's going to be less effective in villainy, but if you're going to do it, he's one of those leaders that could support it.
I think he can work in red
bottom of playable too.
Okay. Like Ezra being in playable though, I have issue with. Hang on a second. Ezra's one of the best leaders in the set.
Okay. So you think that? So for me, I guess this is a good argument. I think that Cad is kind of just the best, and then there's probably a drop off where no one's really
limited.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you make the point.
I don't think that the leaders are going to carry you that much extra farther. So where Cad really shines is the leader coming in and win a game for you. Cad can do that, but I still think there's a group that I think are in the best tier, and I think in limited, Cad is fine. Fine among the best tier. So relative speaking here, but I do think that there's at least 3 or other leaders that are in the same vicinity in terms of you wouldn't mind opening them.
Kyle?
Yeah, Cad, I think Sharkey just really is trying to talk this down because he doesn't want to see his blue boy get, terminated at some point. So I think he's easily the best leader. I don't know that he's a tier of his own, though, right? I will agree that there are a couple leaders that belong up there with him. I have had a lot of real good luck with Ezra just aggroing people down, so I would keep him in A as well, or best.
Yeah, I'm fully on board with that with Ezra in draft, but I just feel like he's really looking for a space focus aggro attack, which might be harder to get in a typical seal bill. So that would be
actually so my one question is, what color are all the good aggro space units in?
Red.
I can tell you right now.
Yeah,
it's red heroism.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Either way, I'm cool. I don't really have an issue either way. I think Sloane is pretty good in draft, but probably pretty tough in this format. Maybe at the end of playable, I'd say she's probably better than Vane, but not too much stronger elsewhere.
I've got a mid-range.
Yeah, I think right about there is fair. Somewhere next to Mando.
Mm-hmm. Balin, I think probably towards the top of playable or in best if we're having an expanded tier.
Balin's on my best list.
Yeah, he's one that surprised me. If we had done this right when the set came out, I would have said bottom of playable maybe. Now that I've played him several times, I'm going to put him up towards the end of best. He could be a monster on his flip, giving a double buff that turn if you sequence it properly. And then also he can have a real good ground assault and then protect you in space by just continuing to give Sentinel. He allows you to trade up. He can allow you to push damage. He's shockingly better than I thought. So yeah, he's definitely best. I'm not sure if he's before or behind Ezra, but he's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple more avoids, I think. I don't think you want to play Thrawn. I think it's too late and too specific. Cool showcase.
I'm not waiting until 8.
Yeah, but exactly.
I'm not waiting until 8.
I think Moff Gideon is probably one you want to avoid as well. Especially, he's one that I think will be better in draft because you can kind of control what units you get, what their abilities are. But I do think, especially in the sealed format, that Moff is going to struggle.
Yeah, he's very pool dependent. He can be surprisingly good if you do get the right Imperials with keywords. Mm-hmm. So I hear your point about you can try to draft them. But if you get lucky and you get a good pool, you can get some of those cards in a sealed pool, and like he's an option. So to me, I'd put him at maybe the end of playable. I know I keep saying end of playable on a couple of these, but I think he's better than most of what we have in avoid. So
yeah,
that's right. I agree with that.
I would say that it's like a pretty far down below Luke at this point.
Yeah, you need that pool to be. You need to hit the right cards.
Yeah,
or he can't function.
I think for most pools, it's not going to be good, and you'd be better off doing something else. I think Grief probably belongs in that expanded best tier as well. Instant advantage. I think the only downside to him really is that like his ability leans a little stronger and he comes out on 6. Like you probably want him to be a little bit quicker in this format, but really strong leader overall for sure.
Yep, that rounds out my best tier.
Yeah, I think Shin belongs in playable. I think you'll around Luke, give or take.
I don't have my
Shin could be
playable
pretty
tier
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
But I think that there's a gap between her and Moff for me, big time.
Sure.
Yeah. Ahsoka probably in that same area as Shin. You'd be happy-ish. Not as happy as those first 4, but there. And then Sabine probably belongs in the top of playable. I think she's really strong. I think she has a good ability, except Cad Bane exists. So
that's yep. Yeah. That's exactly the reason why she can't sit there, because at least my experience so far is if you pull a CAD,
you're going to play
people try to force CAD, right?
Yep.
So like people are going to pull CADs, they go, oh, I'm playing CAD, which means you cannot play Sabine.
Yeah.
You're now playing without a hero ability, and you've got a 5 flip weak body. Like it's just, you run into a CAD and you're sad.
My only counter to that is that if you have a pool full of ambush, you don't really care about CAD being there. It's not a lot to go on. I get that. So I think she is at least playable, and I think she'd be much better if it weren't for CAD.
Yeah,
but I
think
think
raw
that
power,
you can survive in a CAD
it's
role.
there, right?
Yeah.
Like she's strong, but it's just badly positioned, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So
I don't even see that because she's in a color that doesn't have ambush. Like if she was in a color that had ambush that you could pair, like if she was yellow or green and then you could pair her with the other to get all that ambush, sure. But already half your deck doesn't have ambush. So like,
I'm just saying, blue-green Sabine is good, even in the CAD world.
Yeah. I mean, I think there are pools that exist, and I think for instance, I would have her similarly to Shin and Ahsoka. I would probably have her in sealed above Sloane, above Vane, above Moff Gideon, and below everybody in the best tier. But she has raw power. It's just poorly positioned right now, and that's a challenge.
Yeah, maybe I'm salty because the one time I've tried to play her so far, I ran into CAD, and I was like, "This is I just can't. I have no chance." Here.
Woe is me.
Yeah. Like, I can't win a game.
There's a lot of really powerful cards in this limited format, though. There's a lot of really good Sentinels. There's like 20 some upgrades in the set as well. So there's a lot of really good opportunities to do that as well. Overall, I think I'm really looking forward to this limited set. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on. So. That's it for this little quick ranking. Just go in and have a good time. That's really what pre-release is about. But we get the win the prizes, do whatever your store offers. But I think if you follow this sort of framework where you're building your best pool possible, looking at these 4 types of leaders, these 4 top leaders, and then the playable chunk that's there, especially that upper chunk, you'll probably be fine and have a good time.
Yeah, I agree. This is our experience so far, right? You always learn things once we get into the set. But to your point at the start, because it matters for Galactics this time. We've been playing more limited than we normally would up to this time, so it feels a little more informed.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
a lot coming up here on the channel. Like we said, we got these 4 pools coming up where we'll have the full deck builds going in different colors. Then you could go head over to the Colorado Cantina Crew live channel, watch that gameplay in action, and then stay tuned for some more content coming later this week. We got midday matchup, and maybe we'll come in for a quick meta update depending on how the week goes. Kyle, what's going on for midday matchup this week?
Yeah, so, because it's the release weekend, we usually play the pre-cons. So we've got our Luke versus our Palpatine, all sleeved up looking. And it is release week, so I imagine there's going to be some box rips going on. I'm sure the Nerd Slay and I will be doing a live stream. I'm sure you've got one ready to go.
Immediately following midday matchup, myself and Todd will be opening once again for the 4th set in a row. Way too many boxes of Carbonite. I think we'll be talking about 10 or 12 coming in the air. I think we got 6 each that will be cranking. So we'll have a back-to-back double feature over on the Colorado Cantina Crew live channel. A lot more coming your way. Stay tuned for that sealed pool, and good luck at your events this weekend. Catch you later. Bye.
Let's bring us in. Hey, and this is the first pool we have with Paul getting to open it. I am here with my friends Jerry and Nick, also of the Colorado Cantina Crew. How you guys doing?
Good.
We're doing great.
Glad to be
All
here.
right. So we see a Shin Hati with a red base, and at this point, we just start talking about cards we see that are probably going to be useful here. But I've found, at least in my limited experience, there's a slight pun there on accident, that the Bomber is actually pretty good. The Bomber is the first card we put down. Like doing 6 damage to a non-unique actually is relevant in limited.
Yeah, I definitely agree, especially with the fact that you have Vader in the meta, or just units are just straight up trading. You don't have a lot of removal like we did in the last set that just straight up just kills a unit.
Yeah. Ooh, he's got that Sentinel too. Big scorpion looking thing. I can't remember the name of, but the blue-green one.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's got Sloan. Sloan's actually really good for limited as well, because turns out Sentinels are really good when you just throw all of them down.
Oh, and here's a card we see at the bottom, that Raider. I think it's just starting to pick up popularity, but it's a very good card for helping clear a lot of those 4 health units.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Ooh, he's got the Rancor. That's a cool one.
That red pool's getting better and better.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, like a red pool right now. I don't know which leader he goes with it, but red is pretty dang strong. I think the Rancor is also going to be able to just finish games for you. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty strong one there. This pack.
Yeah, especially with our draft, we've noticed games tend to end a little bit later too, and so it's actually a valid pick to include in the deck.
It's interesting how much better is villainy pool, or how much deeper, I guess, the villainy pool seems to be right now than the heroism pool. And Jod's another good one. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Jod.
It's
Well,
almost like they were trying to catch back up this set with the villain
Yeah.
players.
Yeah, it's working pretty well, I'd say. So
Yeah.
right now, I think red and blue have the deepest pools, but yellow's got some good tools.
legendary.
Yeah.
oh, yeah. I think Fate's trying to tell him to play Shin Hati red. So let's see if that's what
I
we
don't
see him go with.
like, see
Either
that
Shin or
4/5
Balin.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That 4/5 heroic ship's really strong in limited.
It is. That's true. I do agree. Looks like Lightsaber. It's
Ooh.
probably not that good in this one. It's not bad, I guess. It's what, a 3 cost,
If you
3
pull the
upgrade?
Luke showcase.
Yeah, right. Another Shin Hati comes down. Yeah, I think Shin Red or Balin Red would be my initial thought, but like, I don't think he's necessarily wrong to go with the heroes inside either, because the Danger Squadron's there.
How's his yellow looking?
It looks solid, at least, because I do think Jod's good. And Emperor's Champion's also another really good card in general, but also in this format. Being able to just knock off shields because it's got Saboteur with 5 health is pretty good.
And core. He just needs a CAD here and go CAD blue.
It's Moff Gideon. So he's got a
Yeah.
pretty villainy bend to this.
He's
pretty heavy
definitely on
bend.
villainy, I'd almost guarantee you.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that makes me say, oh, he has to play heroism. Although that 2/3 doesn't look like much. The ambush restore guy, it doesn't look like much, but you know,
second ship.
yeah, he's got that in 2
Ooh.
Danger Squadrons, so like, there's at least a
Maybe.
consideration for it. I also really like Fennec in general, but I like Fennec better in constructed. I think. Sabine too, Corsair. Wow,
Okay.
actually a pretty good pool of cards here. I don't know that I can pick where he's gonna go yet. I
I don't
want
either.
to see more.
If he had an Ezra, he definitely would go Ezra for sure. But there's a strong chance
Yeah.
he can go Ahsoka. The problem is his blue pool is kind of weak though.
I think some of it's also going to depend on how many turn 1 plays he's got available to him, and I didn't keep track very well.
Oh
So
yeah,
that might determine the colors here. I think he's got a lot of red and a lot of blue though.
Yeah, but it's good to see that he sorts similar to how I do, kind of keep things. The only difference I do is I keep hero, villainy, and neutral generally together, since those are filler cards from what I find when I'm doing sealed.
There's a fair amount of good ones in this set. Like the 4/2 Sentinel is actually pretty good and limited here. Oh, I didn't even see the Ranker Keeper. That's awesome.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why I said
Oh,
you
that's the
can't
other thing I
blue.
do.
But no CAD.
I think he'll be okay with that.
I think he's got an idea. Look at him just grabbing things. He's got an idea.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely leaning towards the villainy pool. Oh, well, maybe not.
Well, no, he's
I
looking.
think
at
it's grabbing him to get him out of the
Ahsoka.
way, but no, I guess not.
No,
He's getting rid of heroes. I mean, knows he's going villainy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, Shin's not a bad leader.
No, Shin's not bad. I think he's definitely doing Shin.
I know that's a ringing endorsement, but I actually think I like Balin better of the two, but especially in limited.
Yeah, I'm limited.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Shin's not
But
bad.
those are some pretty good early game units, like the Mandalorian 3/3 guy that kind of exhausts one of your whatever's exhausts a resource when he gets defeated. Is really good in Shin because if you have the initiative, you can almost immediately exhaust the opponent's first turn play. And so that kind of tempo is actually a big deal.
Fennec's big.
It's interesting he's looking at green to go along with it. So he might actually be looking to see how many Imperials he's got as well, just in case Gideon is relevant. I don't know how easy it is to to actually play Gideon in limited because Imperials are kind of.
I know we've tried it some. I haven't loved it. Makai had a run the other day, but I don't even know if his leader didn't matter. He just had a good pull.
Yeah, and sometimes you may just play him for the colors. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
But it looks like at least he's got a curve figured out. So we can definitely see Moff's out of the running for sure. So the question is, does he go Bail or does he go?
I think he's pulled Bail
Well,
out.
he's going red.
So yeah,
at the Shin.
I think he's
looking at all three right now. He's looking at red, green, and comparing them, I believe. So I think he's looking to see Shin versus Ahsoka. He's gonna maybe compare villainy to heroism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a fairly good curve on all of that. I don't know if he has enough underworld. He might have enough underworld for the Karian's shard to have the ability to be relevant. But I mean, I guess its own ability is relevant pretty much all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then if you think about it too, as well, he's got the justifier to go into that ship, so it's a pretty good curve.
Yeah.
Because then he's dealing 2 damage when he drops it, plus another additional damage that can get under shield. So
Yeah,
looks like
Shin
he's
red,
leaning
there it is.
Shin red. I'm gonna wait until he gives us the thumbs up, but I can see this being a pretty good pool. He's got a lot of early plays.
He has a ton. He's going to do some cutting.
I didn't do any of the counting while he's counting here to see how many cards he actually has and how many he has to cut. So if you guys did any of the counting, let me know.
He's around somewhere in between 35 and 38 from my rough math here. There's nothing to cut about.
35 cards. I just counted.
I would probably cut some from the 2-drop part of the card.
Yeah.
He's got a lot.
There's a lot
there,
of
and
2-drops. The 1
a fair
drop.
amount of them aren't great.
I mean, the 1-drops don't really do much for you with Shin because you're not going to do enough damage to exhaust most things. So
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's just supplemental damage at that point. But yeah, I agree.
Right,
Take the
right.
1-drops out.
Yeah, but I think the ship is a fine include though, because a lot of decks will struggle into it. They have to pull the ship that it pings into base, so he can kind of get ahead with that if he puts
support's really strong in her. I feel like in this.
I love support. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorite keywords they've
That
added
was
in
a
a while.
great keyword. But at least with Shin, I mean, you can exhaust, then get to play again, exhaust again.
Yeah, and I actually really like advantage as well. So like they did a good job with the keywords this set.
Yeah,
Yep,
overall,
there he
this
goes,
has
man.
been a great
Oh,
set.
That's interesting. He's cutting. Oh no, there you go.
He's
He's
not cutting.
just because that card feeds really well into Shin. You obviously can't trigger it.
I think he's deciding his turn 1 plays right now, which
Yeah.
the 4/1's also really good in Shin if you
four-
have the
4/1's great.
yeah, if you have the initiative for sure, it's like, oh no. But if you don't have the initiative, it's still a 4/1 and will trade with most things.
Yeah. I can't read those two
He's got the
cards of
the
that.
3/3. I don't know if it's a Mando, but that when it dies, your opponent can ready a resource. I believe it's a
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good
that's the
card.
man. It's a 3/3 one. 2 cost 3/3 that
Yeah.
also exhausts your opponent's first turn play because they cost 2 or less.
Yeah,
So,
which I think is a great card just because
yeah.
the 3/3 strat line, like sure we're in the 2/4 stat line era, but just being able to push 3 damage is just so useful for shit.
There's definitely certain leaders where it's super useful, and Shin is one of those leaders because she can exhaust something that costs less than the damage you do. So everything on turn 1 is going to cost less than 3.
Yeah.
Thus, you get a leg up on the race there, and limited can sometimes just become, did you get out? Like you can win by an action every game,
Right.
because you got the action or you got the tempo going early.
Can we take a moment to look at his shirt? I love the Dark Samurai shirt.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is a
I
great
agree. We should definitely spend a couple minutes talking about that because it's phenomenal.
I just noticed
Maybe
I believe he
we
got
should-
that at the Star Wars celebration.
That's actually
Oh,
awesome.
dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
But speaking of which,
It's very
it's
cool.
in Los Angeles, 2027. League
Oh,
Day.
nice.
We're
You guys can
going,
come down and
boys.
visit me.
Yeah, we'll stay at your house, Sharky.
Yeah,
I'll bring Mr.
Come-
Fury.
there we go. Come on down, visit, and we'll go. Yeah, I hope Paul hears this later and hears us appreciating his shirt.
Yeah, I hope hopefully it does. Now, what I'm really interested in right now is to see if he looks at other leaders right now.
I'm wondering, yeah, like there's some good green cards
Yeah.
if he's scrolling through these
That
too. And
card's
I'm like,
great.
oh man.
Oh yeah, he just like those 2 cards right there have to. Be
Even
question,
the-
should you switch?
I mean, I know the rest of the heroes in pool isn't great, but that 2/3 ambush restore one is really good. But I don't know that green is going to top out over red for me, given what he's got.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Put you with the Rancor on the top end.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
It's
and he's
definitely an
got the
interesting option,
Cinder
though.
Assault. Try and crawl things back.
I
to
really like those 4/1s for Shin too.
They're so good.
I don't think they'll be on the board for long, but they're good.
And it looks like he's made his decision. We're going with Shin Red. And we are back for the next round. We've got
Yep.
Jordan now in the pool. All right, boys. We just saw Paul. What are we
Start
thinking?
with
What are we predicting well before we have any actual information here?
villain.
I'm feeling villainy.
Yeah, all
something my heart of heart tells me.
There's a trend with this limited stuff I've been noticing.
Yeah. In this particular set, I would agree. I also saw when you were scrolling through real quick. So he's got Balin and he's got Shin in the pack, and I love those two together.
I saw
Oh,
that.
really? Well, I wonder if we're
Yeah,
gonna see another
So
Shin
strong.
red.
Oh man, and he's got the bomber. That's
Yeah.
a pretty good
Ooh.
red blue pool right now. I mean, we're 1 pack in, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna do this, but like, that's a
Oh,
pretty
and
good
he has
pack.
Shin Hottie. Oh my
Yeah, that's what I'm
god!
saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, a
I
little
thought you meant the
upgrade.
leader.
Yeah. He's got. I mean, he's got a
Maybe-
decent amount of not bad heroism cards
This is
either.
a
They're
pretty
not
good
great, they're
pack.
not bad. Yeah, like this is a
Yeah.
great way to start.
Oh, and he's
Bo-Katan's
got-
Gauntlet's great.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
You just got to hope that it's not all downhill from here, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's just gonna here depend on what leaders he draws.
Oh, he's
Oh,
got
got
grief
grief.
too. Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh!
He's
Okay.
gonna have a
Oh,
great
he's
time.
got
And he got Neil.
Neil.
He's got the
Well,
cutest deck by far, no matter what. Now,
The King Neil.
He's got the cutest boy that is, according to the subtitle by SWU.
absolutely the cutest deck by far.
Fun
You should
fact
just play
is-
like regardless, play Neil anyway. So what we're saying.
yeah, I said fun fact. He never gets called the cutest boy in the Skeleton Crew, so hopefully in season 2 we get that line drop.
Are they doing
Yeah,
season 2?
yeah. I heard they were bringing it back, which is phenomenal. I had a
I
lot
need to
of
watch
fun with
that.
that show. It's a great one.
Let's see. His
Alright.
yellow pool isn't looking great right now.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, it started off. I mean, the Emperor Champion's good, and I think Barris is good. It just doesn't have enough depth to it to make it worth
Yeah.
switching to. I think right now, red and blue stick out to me the most, but
Yeah,
Let's
Balin's
see.
the front runner in my opinion.
Sabine, Balin and
Sabine.
Grief. Although that dinosaur turtle's also real good. He's got the he got
oh
the
my
dark saber. Oh
gosh.
man. All right. Well,
All
yeah,
right,
it might
hold
be a
on.
blue green one right now.
Yeah, blue green.
I
Yep.
mean,
Get-
now you just got to find a way to make green work. But that
The
turtle's
question
pretty
is-
good.
The turtle's good too. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's got the blue green. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
yeah. He's going
Versus
blue green.
blue green.
I can almost assure you.
I
Probably
think what
Baylor
sucks
for
about that is
sure.
that it takes Grief out of contention, which sucks because Grief is a very strong leader. But either
Hey.
Sabine or Balin right now could be very good.
I mean, the next packs could crank up the yellow a little bit
Yeah, we'll see what.
and the
Yeah,
green.
I guess you could run yellow green. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I just think the blue green to maximize both the Sentinel and the Dark Saber.
Oh,
Pretty good.
there's
Apollo creased.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
never mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's playing
alright.
Balin right now.
Decisions made, boys.
Decisions
It looks like it's gonna be a Balin deck, everybody.
yeah.
Not that it's a bad thing. That God, Vanth is pretty good too. Like, there's some good blue green things
Yeah.
going on here, and
Sabine
red is
could
still
tempt
not
him.
bad.
Sabine could tempt him.
Yeah.
I don't
And so
think
far, we haven't even
but-
actually seen a CAD. But even in the CAD,
Ooh,
Sabine
okay,
is
that-
actually surprisingly not terrible. And I know it's not a re-endorsement either, but
Well, that last card he pulled is actually a really good card because then if he can control the ground arena, because you got to remember,
yeah,
she's putting shields on everything, so she can kind of control and then take
Yeah.
the board that way.
so I think we're leaning blue green. We just don't know if it's 100% villainy or heroism.
almost
Because actually,
guarantee it's
the
villainy.
heroism. Yeah.
Oh,
you got
we got
CAD.
Cat.
Well, I mean-
just when we thought we were out of the running.
Oh god, it's
There's
villainy.
no-
Like the
it's
high end
villainy.
of villainy is good, but green he didn't have a whole lot to back it up with. But he's also got the bomber. He's got enough to play. I
Yeah.
think either villainy or heroism here, and I don't think either's necessarily wrong.
But do you skip over villainy when you have 2 of the 4/3 sentinels? I think it's like
Yeah,
a
that's fair.
must, and you get
Fair.
Oh, he pulled 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's game
it's
That's,
over.
over
that's
at this
way too
point.
good. I know. And plus, if you curve Imperial Armored into the AT ambush
Mhm.
guy, it's like, oh, fuck.
I think the only way he switches here is if he gets
Yeah.
a showcase. If he gets a showcase,
Oh.
Yeah.
then
Yeah. I mean, he might even be able to play CAD.
Last
Red,
one. let's
blue
see.
might be also good, but I think green is probably still the stronger color
Oh,
than
yeah.
red right now.
the dark saber's so I mean,
Well,
dark saber's so
Baylor.
tempting.
It gives the twins the dark saber.
Oh.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Morgan
Morgan's out. That's
He
pretty
got
good.
this was a little
Yeah,
grief cranker. That one got
Yeah,
a few
for sure.
cards.
So now here's the fun thing he could do is he does have that ace bomber, and with Sabine on the field, he could give it the shield, which is technically an upgrade.
He can also
Oh,
get-
yeah, it's true.
he can buff that 0/3 sentinel too.
He opened Morgan too. No, this is definitely blue villainy. All
This
right,
is
I'm
Balin.
sold now.
This is-
It's.
Yeah,
It was Balin all day in green.
This
out on
is
this.
Balin for sure. Unfortunately,
I agree. I'm
Cadman
just
didn't
saying,
make
like
the cut.
the
It
the
could
blue
be it.
villainy pool there is so good.
He's just shaking his head. He knows.
Yeah, you look at that pool, and it's. I think the SWU got.
It's at least blue villainy. It's a matter of whether he tries to force CAD or run Balin with green. And I lean towards green myself, but
I mean, the dark saber's so tempting.
Yeah. I agree with Nick. Both those sabers are just so tempting. The fact that Baylor just wants to go tall, it's just even more.
yeah,
reason
no,
to do
I
it.
agree with you. I would probably lean towards green myself, but it is worth looking through.
It is.
Yeah.
I think cat is
There's
no-
powerful.
Yeah, and he's got a red villainy. The 5/4 grit guy in there is also really good for CAD, but I don't know that the rest of the pool makes up for like Dark Saber and the AT.
I mean, we
ambush
know it's
guy.
gonna be blue villainy. I guess we can just decide after that.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's looking at his red pool. It looks like he's just checking to see if he missed any hits. What it's looking like. I mean, he does have that ship for space, but I mean,
We gotta think in Balin it's a little bit better than what it normally would be.
especially if it's its own ship.
Yeah.
Looks like he's a little underwhelmed with his yellow villainy. Yeah. So that's interesting that 2/2. What does that card do?
I like the 3/2 support ship at the in the top right of your screen, the villainy.
Yeah.
Only.
Oh yeah, Merrick's Fiend Fighter. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one's a
so-
good one too.
do like
It's
that
really
one.
good in CAD though. So like,
It's true.
if he's running CAD, I could see him flipping to that. Whereas if he's running Balin, I'd probably leave it at home. But I don't know. Depends on the balance. Like that's gonna be a tough decision actually.
We don't have a big top end here. I don't remember any gigantic cards being pulled.
So these are the only leaders you pull because we got to remember you pull duplicates of them.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we can rule out Grief at this point. Not that he'd be
Yeah.
bad. Like I actually think the Grief pool isn't bad at all, and most of the time I'd be happy with what's in this deck with the Grief pool. But
Yeah.
like, look at the villainy side.
Yeah,
definitely
when you
see
see
him
two. Oh, good.
So definitely when you don't pull as good villainy as you do, Grief would definitely be the good go, especially he has the heroic Purgle there as well.
Yeah, the Ambush Purgle is great with Grief. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things here that I actually like about a Grief deck. The problem is I think they're not so concentrated enough to make it work.
Right.
But he might be trying to force Neil, knowing him. Who knows?
Nah, you can see he's.
No, you can see it.
Oh, he's thinking CAD,
It is a strong
Yeah.
leader.
but
He's
CAD.
scrolling through to check both the colors probably, but
Is
I
he
don't know.
doing CAD?
He may just be picking
He
cat off the
is.
bat. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it might just be exploring.
3
it.
flare
Yeah,
stars is
blue.
crazy, actually.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid pool here for CAD too. So I can actually see if
Oh.
he'd want to go this route. I think I still lean Balin myself because the Darksaber is that good, but
I personally lean it too, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, how do you deal with a dark saber in this format?
cry.
Yeah,
Imperial
Uh,
Commandos probably.
Open
would be-
Reforge, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, actually, Reforge doesn't really help you. I was thinking, never mind.
Yeah.
Nope, you got nothing. I got nothing.
yeah. I don't. Oh, he's thinking CAD green. Interesting. He's forgoing the blue. You know,
I mean, I get the Darksaber's draw here, but with 2 Imperial Armored Commandos,
yeah.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know. I guess I'm just wrong. I thought it was. I thought that would have been the pick for sure, but hey. Wow. He doesn't have a cool.
Yeah, I
Star
think
Wars
he's just
shirt on.
looking at it. I don't think there's a way you I wouldn't personally run this color combo right now based on what he's showing me.
Not with what I saw, and like, I don't think Darksaber is better than 2 of the Imperial.
I think
Commandos.
in sealed as well, it's less about the leader and more about the colors of the pool. And I think his blue pool is just better than his red pool, and I don't think CAD as a leader will make up for that.
I mean, sometimes just you slamming Shin Hati, then for as a 6/6 on the ground, flipping Balin.
Yeah, becomes an 8/8. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, you're just pushing damage. I don't.
Yeah, I've found that when I'm playing Balin, I tend to just load up either one arena and then leave the other arena there. Just bash people with +2/+2 every turn.
What I found interesting in limited, sometimes people get. I'm not saying Jordan's doing this now, but some people get caught up in just playing the absolute best leader and then forgoing, their card pool somewhat.
Yeah. Well, I think for this set it's also really interesting because we have had the set leaked for a week, and
Yeah, a lot of playtesting.
people tend to think that constructed leaders are often the best leaders in limited.
I mean-
Cat Blue. Universe.
Cad's probably up there in limited and constructed, but
Yeah.
You definitely able to support him though. That's the thing. Though.
I
Yeah.
just don't see the red pool here being quite strong enough to offset my personal interest in running Balin with this.
maybe I just have an infatuation with Balin and Darksaber. Maybe he could be right with this CAD blue. I don't know.
I mean, he does have that,
Yeah, I don't know.
that 3-cost ship that deals 2 damage and has over.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Support. And so that
I mean, Morgan Elsbeth's good in her own regard.
Morgan's amazing, especially in limited. I think she's really good in Balin. and I've used her to that effect before. As much as I love Cad, I don't think that Cad is the best leader for this particular pool he's
No,
got.
I don't either. I think he's changing to Balin.
I think he's going to go look at it. He's a relatively visual person, so he will probably just lay it out and look at it.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, there it is.
Which I relate to. I do the same thing when I'm building my pools. I'd like to have it laid out in front of me so I can get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Exploring the pool that we're talking about. So let's see if he ends up deciding that ends up being a better choice or not.
Just based on what I'm seeing here, I have a hard time going back to red. That is some serious firepower.
Yeah, this looks great.
And I'm trying to look at like the unique units he's got to put the Darksaber on, like of the early part of the curve, and that might be the one thing holding it back. He has Grief Karga, and that's about it until 5.
I mean, okay, worst comes to worst, you just flip your Balin and put a Darksaber on him.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, like that's one consideration, right?
That is very big consideration.
And the other part of it is with that caveat, like because of all the non-uniques here, that makes the ambusher just that much better because it will almost guaranteed trigger at this point if you have a unit.
And you get the 6/6 or the 5/5 shielded Sentinel.
Yes,
which I do like that card.
Which is just insane because it has overwhelm on it, and then
it's so good. Like that top end is actually pretty solid. It's gonna be tough to beat, especially with Balin buffing something.
Yeah. So far, I like this deck better than Paul's.
I do too, but I mean, I don't necessarily think Paul had a lot of an option, whereas this one
no.
3 different ways, and it's like, this is really good.
No, nothing to Paul. It's just this card pool's better, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially with the Imperial Commanders, you're going to be able to slow them down, because I didn't notice any saboteurs.
Story of my time playing Limited. This card pool is just better.
Yeah. Amen.
And I think while everyone does hyper focus on the CAD being very good, I think this is a good example of a time where the colors of your greater pool matter more than the leader. And yeah, I think he's making the right call if he sticks with this one.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
So if you're in a sealed tournament, be aware that the leader, while important, is a lot less important than the rest of the card pool. Don't force a leader that's not going to be able to carry you to victory here. A lot of people used to do that with Leia and Secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, historically, FSG loves to print these very powerful leaders.
Yep. So, all right, we'll catch the next one. And we're here now with the Nerd Slayer, also known as Jillian, who is now going to get to open up her packs. Let's see if she can even come close to what the strength of Jordan's pool. That was pretty insane.
She's off to a good start with Grief, though. So.
I agree.
Start off with a good leader.
Yeah, it's a good leader. Let's see if the pool backs it up, though.
She might be the fastest sorter yet.
all that slaying nerds, man, gets you some dexterity, apparently.
She absorbed the others' dexterity.
She absorbs their power.
Okay. Good leader, underwhelming.
Oh, all right.
All right. I mean, I think Ahsoka's also a pretty good leader here. So I don't know that she quite has the obvious play lines as Grief, but I think you can make a good Ahsoka deck as well. Depending on the pool, obviously.
Yeah.
Ooh. Open up one of the only pumps in the game right now, or in the limited game at least.
Okay.
Oh, Wicket's fun. Wicket's really good in limited, but I don't know. If you're playing, you have to play board control to really make him work. We're up to 3 heroism leaders. That's giving me flashbacks.
Yeah.
Because the last set I had a really good heroism pool and 0 heroism leaders. So now this one isn't a great villainy pool, so shouldn't have to worry too much yet. But
the way of the road.
She's got a good green heroism pool.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
see a lot
green,
of, there's a
yellow
lot of
seems
yellow.
good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say grief and just go space seems pretty nice.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, Merrick's real
Merrick's
good though.
good, but what
Ooh,
what you
alright.
gonna pair it with?
Right now I don't know. There's not a lot of
Well,
blue red
Nicole,
villainy going on here.
he's got
It's not-
3 more leaders to get
Dang.
pulled, so there's
Moff Gideon.
Oh,
All right, there
Moff.
is at least the villainy leader. You still can't play Merrick easily.
yeah, 2 more shots for it.
2 more. I
It
mean,
could happen.
right now I'm liking the grief green. Could change.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now too, based on everything here. Probably depends on what kind of crazy stuff you open in yellow or in blue next to maybe change your mind. But yellow is looking like the strongest. I actually really like Grav Charge too. Oh, look at that.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Keep in mind that card is actually pretty strong too because it heals 5 off the base. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I had somebody played against me the other day on Care Bats. I was like, I forgot that was a card.
Yeah, so that's really good. On top of like the Purgle is also really good. It sounds
not a
weird,
bad
but the Purgle's
top end.
good.
Yeah. Hey, grief. All right.
ooh, all right, another Ahsoka. Yep, check it.
Yeah.
Let's just chuck it.
Yeah. It's gonna be Grief for Ahsoka, and my leaning is Grief because I think he's just easier to make happen. Whereas Ahsoka, you need some kind of power lined up.
I respect their. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, look at
That's a good
that.
one.
This is a really good green yellow heroism pool.
Oh, but
Hellgate's
now
pretty cool too.
she's
Yeah.
I don't know what yellow villainy you'd play that like Moff
Yeah.
Gideon yellow doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Given this,
No.
Spider's not bad though. For some reason, you ran red.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good top end on from the Spider.
I still think you're better
Yeah.
off running the Purgle green yellow line, but like I could see an argument depending on what else shows up.
No, I definitely agree. And this is always the interesting thing about sealed is that as you open up the packs, at least for more experienced players, it becomes pretty obvious what
Yeah.
direction you want to head towards.
Yeah, it's not an easy. I guess it is a relatively straightforward one, but it's not like a strictly have to go one way or the other right now. This pool isn't quite screaming to me like you must go this direction like Jordan's did.
Yeah,
But
No,
I do think
agree.
Grief is probably still the best of the bunch we've seen. That being said, playing that off aspect is really good. I think you play the R5 or the
Oh,
droid that
there
kills
we
the
go.
upgrades.
That was good.
Yeah. And yellow is just good. Look at this.
So now here's the question: if she goes Grief, what color do you think she should be going?
Green right now.
I think
but
green, yeah.
Yeah,
That would be my vote.
And
Yeah,
that's all the packs. I didn't realize that shipping Fennec. Ugh, Fennec's awful.
I think the interesting too is she pulled the Poe Dameron. I think that card's probably worth splashing in out of aspect just to shut down.
I think,
You can
yeah,
pick up
Poe
the
and
card.
R5D4. I think it's R5D4, right? Poe and that card are definitely worth splashing, in my opinion. Not that
Yeah.
much upgrade removal. It just tosses Fennec away. Yeah, I think we're gonna see Grief or Ahsoka show up here. I don't. Yeah, so I don't think Sabine's quite gonna hang in there, but all right. So she knows it's green or yellow, so that's good. And I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate thing when you draw duplicate leaders. Is it kind of limits your pool of cards that you can go. But like I said, in this one,
I like the Star Viper actually.
Yeah,
Oh.
Star Viper's very good. Any kind of restore like that in general, I think, is pretty good and limited. And so there is a villainy argument here. I think I lean towards the heroism pool that I've seen so far.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know that there's enough actually Imperials to make Gideon worth doing, especially in the top end area where you're trying to play him cheaper.
Yeah, I agree.
And plus, the Sand Beast is actually really fun. Make it attack for 9 when it gets played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. And it's hidden. So it's like, okay, here's a game ender. Can you stop it?
This is definitely one of the probably the weakest card pool we've had yet.
I think as an overall pool, I would agree. But this is one of those where actually the leader might make up for it a bit.
Right. I think
Yeah.
I think going space too can make up for it a good bit as well.
Yeah. I think this one can be made to be at least good enough. And the leader can really help it because
Yeah, and you do have a little
just
bit
the
of
advantage tokens,
yeah,
right?
advantage token. You have a little bit of restore. You have some support.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's a world beater, but I think this one could at least win a couple games.
Yeah, I mean those 4/3 sentinels don't do much against space.
Yeah, it's true, and I think there's enough. There's enough space happening as well as support keyword in space, which I really like. Now, I didn't get a good look at the neutral or heroes and blue pools here, so maybe there's an argument for one of those, but I think the green is the best pairing.
Well, she does have that Durasteel.
Durasteel plating is good.
You could put
that one, but
the upgrade on a spaceship, right?
Durasteel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. So it might be worth a splash. I mean, it's only going to cost you 4 for a shield and a +1/+1, which isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. If you need to save a unit, I don't think it's like, I think you only do that if you're really hurting for cards, but now it's between grief red and green, right?
Yeah, that's what she's looking
Yeah, I
at right
believe
now.
so.
Let's see what it was.
There's some really good red cards there, though. Like, at least the utility side of things.
Yeah, but looks like she does
Oh,
have.
maybe that's yeah.
That
The yellow
discard
side's
card
weak,
deal
but
5 damage. The charge for treason heroism card. That can
Yeah.
actually be a big swing. And I don't know.
I
if
love
you
that
catch-
that ship support ship.
Yeah. And I don't know if she catches it, but there's a 2-cost event in her yellow pool. It's actually pretty solid. Let you return
Yeah.
2-cost upgrade and give a shield. Normally, you wouldn't think much of it, but where a lot of their upgrades, obviously not Darksaber, are generally 2-cost, you can just bounce that. And sure, they can play it next turn, but now your unit has a shield.
The other thing you can think about too, though, is that grief plays units with shield or with upgrades on them. So you could also just return the upgrade.
Yep.
And basically swap advantage for a shield.
Which I think is a perfectly valid line to take.
Agreed. Yeah, I would lean grief green with a couple red cards splashed in.
Looks like that's where we're headed.
But yeah, I think that's where we're heading. But it's not necessarily a straightforward choice because I do think there's some good red cards there too. Just the yellow neutral pool is very good.
Yeah. I love the Saboteur support ship.
Dude, it's so good.
So good in green.
It's so good. It's good in a lot of them. Like it's good in grief too, but it's good in a lot of different. Like I've used it for Ezra as well,
Right.
just to get extra damage on base and continue that advantage token engine. But
and then I think a good card that we missed, the Defenders of the Forest. It's a 5/3 ambush with Overwhelm. Super good with grief. What is it?
so yeah, I think this is where I would take it to. I would also grab Choose Your Path, the cool looking one.
Yeah, I was about to say,
obviously.
got to use the prestige. one, not the-
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
What's the other effect on Choose Your Path? I don't even remember.
if it's got a Mandalorian, you can create a Mandalorian token and give it an advantage. So that's still pretty good because it's a 3/2
Yeah.
shielded. I don't know if it triggers off Grief's ability though, but
It will.
okay.
Yeah, it should. I mean, it's still pretty good.
Yeah. Anything created like that is triggered by, I believe.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you play Amidala, you can give it to the spies. So same concept, I guess.
Yeah, in that case, then it's even better because that means he can get to 4/2 shielded. Yep. Says if you control a Mandalorian unit, create a Mandalorian token and give an advantage token to it.
Interesting. The Fiend Fighter is still in this potential pool here. I wonder if she realizes that it's a villainy one without even thinking about it.
I
Like
don't
I've
think
done
so.
that a couple times.
I have to. I
Like,
drew a
oops.
card. I was like, huh. Just kind of looked at it for a second.
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, that's coming out.
Yep. And diplomatic pageantry, she's got that event in there. Super
That
good.
one's pretty
because
decent. Yeah.
Exhaust their big thing and then exhaust your cheap thing. Give it tokens. Buys you
Yeah.
at least
Tempo's
a
a pretty big
turn.
deal there. I didn't catch the count. Did you?
I didn't.
Was it 23? I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
I
23
can
or
count it
33.
now. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
I'll definitely be interested to see too how
30.
Masterstroke does. It's
Interesting. I
unfortunate
probably
card.
would have kept the Masterstroke's a good buff. It's the only real like one action pump. But I probably would have also kept the thing with the Darksaber, the Mandalorian, whatever the hell it's called.
Oh yeah, because he can play it on a ship too.
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
probably
I'll
have kept
definitely
that
kept
myself.
I like the one of the Purgle. I mean, you gotta just have it.
You gotta have
Yeah.
Purgle.
Yeah,
Yep. She recognizes it.
she's like,
Yeah.
I gotta add it. Yeah, dump it.
And if you're gonna go choose your path, get the cool one. Come on now. There we go.
There you go. All right.
She got there. Just swap it with the other one. It's fine. I don't know if you want to.
No,
anyway.
I think
well,
she
I
took
don't
the other
know.
one.
Healing your base for 10 is pretty good.
Well, you gotta have how many force units?
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
force unit. That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you
She
go with
has
Ahsoka.
it. Well, so I don't know if you have any. There you go.
There you go.
Put the,
There we go.
Put
It's
the
at least cool
upgrade.
looking.
Put that upgrade. I see it.
Yeah, I think you should. I
There
think
we
the
go.
Warrior's Legacy. That's the name. I think Warrior's
Yeah.
Legacy should be there, but
All right.
all right. And there we are, Grief Green from the Nerd Slayer. All right, and now we're here for the worst pool of the bunch because it's Kyle. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see what
I
we got
agree with
here.
that.
He's ruining it by yelling
He's
into the mic already.
He's
All
cheating.
right.
Yeah. Ooh, I like
Oh,
Vayne, but I know
fresh
Vayne is probably
Vayne.
tough to do in limited.
I'm not a Vayne enjoyer myself.
You have to try him out sometime in constructed. He's actually fun. I got a pretty good build with him, but yeah, he's tough to do with the amount of. Well, there might be some decent amount of upgrades in this set, but I feel like you need more to make
Yeah,
him really work.
definitely shields seem to be his strongest
Yeah,
point to be able to
shields.
use.
He's looking like he's got a pretty good heroism pool so far, though, especially the man.
yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's real good. Shin's fighter's pretty good too, though.
Oh,
he
look.
got that improvised identity. Yes, play it. I love
Not
every
like
kind of
he
way to
pulls
use
any
that.
big top end ground units.
Oh man, he's getting the 2 rare leaders in a row. He's got the armor now. I don't think his neutral pool is going to be able to offset some of the heroism strength here, though.
Ooh, there we go.
You know, I said Vayne may not work, but like he's got Durasteel, he's got improvised identity, he's got a decent amount of good upgrades actually.
Yeah.
I think
He's
it's
got some. That's a pretty wide spread of good cards. Ooh, that's a pretty
Oh,
good
and he
one.
does have
Hyperbole,
punishment 1, which works perfect into it.
It does.
Oh,
Moff
okay.
Gideon.
So he might not be out of the running for it.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a shiny Luke
Is it shiny?
and a Jabba.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know if it's shiny or hyperspace, but it's at least a fancy Luke. How's that?
That'll work.
Oh, and a
Oh,
no
that
man.
is- that
He's
is
got a really
huge.
good heroism blue pool right now. Let's see if he actually gets a leader to go with it. And
Well,
there's
you got it.
Sabine.
You ask, you will receive.
That's right. It's a pretty good pool. I mean, blue red looks pretty good. Blue green looks pretty good. Frankly, he's got a pretty wide range of options still. I don't know that I could actually pick one of these to be like this is where we're going yet.
And I was just looking at Get Lost too.
Oh, he's got Paz. Okay, that's it. Sabine
Ooh.
and Trash. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Sabine green right now. That's I'm
Yeah.
calling it right now.
And see, this is always the interesting
Unless
thing
he
about
gets
Steel.
Ahsoka.
Is just the cards
yeah.
decide who you play.
Ezra.
Ezra's
Ooh,
good
that-
too.
You
That's
have an
interesting.
Ezra.
I'm gonna have a hard time turning down Paz Vizsla on top of the other stuff he's got, but
I would
I don't
say
know. We'll see.
I
We'll
mean,
see what else he
Sabine-
gets.
Get,
Yeah, and also
get a shielded Paz Vizsla out there.
Right. Even and so far we know this, but he doesn't know this. But nobody else is actually playing CAD. So like, I actually think that would be a crazy strong play right now to go Sabine into this field.
These are all the first time
Um,
we've seen all these leaders other than Sabine be pulled too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
Let's say a case for Ezra is the Honorable Night Owl because it does have a support raid 1. So
Yeah, that's true.
well, not
He's got another Ezra.
Ooh,
All right. It's a little less shiny Ezra though. He's got a. Oh, he's got the danger
Oh,
squad. Okay,
that's
Ezra's got a.
good.
Dang. I don't know.
Ezra's
It's gonna be hard for me to say pass on Paz Vizsla, but I could see an Ezra deck here.
Oh, look at that.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
He's got
Okay.
a lot of space aggro, no matter how he does it though. Like you can go space with either of them.
Yeah.
It's shiny. I still think blue green, but oh god.
Yeah, I'm
it's
still
tough.
thinking blue green too.
Oh, Ezra yellow though. Oh my
Ooh,
god. He's got a lot of the good cards for
So-
both.
So I think we're just missing that yellow aces bomber, and I
I
think
know.
the decision might be really tough to make. Does he go down early, or does he try and grind games out?
You got 3 Ezra.
Oh my god. Well, I think the card would
least
try to
it-
tell him
yeah.
something.
I mean, at least it's a good leader he's got 3 of, but yeah, it limits his options still.
Cards don't lie.
I mean, he could go Ezra blue here, but splash the blade 3. I don't know. Maybe not. I think I lean actually still Sabine, but it's not by a lot. It's by a hair.
I lean Sabine too. Oh, I don't know if I lean
God.
Sabine anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Ooh.
Ezra,
Ooh,
but that's
and,
good.
home one.
Wow. He has all the cards to grind out a oh
Look,
my
look at that.
gosh.
That's what I'm saying. Like all of that, like you have a great blue-green pool, you have a great red yellow pool, and you can't decide which one to go with.
What's funny
Yeah.
is he always heroism leaders, and he didn't pull
Yeah.
much villainy, so it kind of worked out.
It's great. He can play both pools probably. Like game 1 play Sabine, if it doesn't work, game 2 switch to Ezra.
You know?
Yeah.
I think he can make 2 decks out of this and still be good.
Yeah, the question is what color in Ezra would he go? I think probably yellow. But...
Yellow. I think you have to go yellow with that aggro space pool, but I do think I think you can play both.
Yeah. How many cards does he have for villainy?
A handful. I count 7.
9.
7, 9. Yeah, I didn't count the villainy itself
probably
pool, but I don't think there's a way.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way to justify a villainy pool over how strong that heroism pool is. Like I'm gonna
No.
have a hard time saying no to Paz Vizsla. Like that is an extremely strong sentinel that you can muck the middle of the game up with and give him a shield. Like come on, man.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the important thing to keep in mind too is there's not really any hard move except upgrade, get lost, which defeats an upgraded unit. But even then, you're getting 2.
Yeah, I think the only person we've seen open get lost though is Kyle.
Yes, exactly.
Like, and what's funny with Sabine is you can theoretically give them upgrades and then play get lost on them.
This is true.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's actually.
That's kind of
Wow.
goofy, but I like it.
I mean, I think it's perfectly valid because then
Yeah.
you can easily get rid of their big threat.
Yeah. I mean, assuming you bait them into, I don't think it'll work in 2 games, but it'll work once.
Oh, and oftentimes it's all you really need just to take that one game off them. Now they're on the back foot.
Yeah. It's a cheeky play. I like it if you can pull it off. But like that blue pool is so good. And I think the green pool matches it. But since he opened Ezra, the red-yellow side looks really tempting.
Yeah.
And Hu Yang actually makes it an even more
Hu Yang's so
interesting
strong.
one. Yeah, because into the field that we know is here, like they're all going to be upgraded in some fashion due to
Yeah, Hu-
advantage tokens or something,
I
right?
found Hu Yang to be just so good, constructed, limited. What have you?
It's a phenomenal card.
Yeah, I think it's a Sabine angle, especially with Hu Yang, because you can buff and negate all the buffs.
Yeah, I agree. It's just gonna be tough to turn down Blade 3 and Danger Squadron. Like
I think
I can
he's
see the
doing it.
temptation. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going.
The T6 is another one of those like really good. You give it a
Yeah.
shield and it'll just muck up the whole space lane.
Kind of forgot that he has a Luke too.
That's true.
Oh
I
yeah,
did
that's
too.
true. Huh?
And he might even be able to trigger Luke because of how many units he's gonna have stick around with shields.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, and he's also got the outlaw ties to go into space as well.
Yeah, I have a hard
unit
time
count.
justifying anything but blue-green hero right now.
Yeah. If I were him, I'd just take those villainy cards to check them right now.
Check-
Yeah, just
you gotta
toss 'em.
check your boxes, but I think he's decided to.
Yeah.
He's got to do his due diligence, but I think we're gonna end up back on blue-green hero. But
I know. I definitely agree. I think that's the tough part sometimes.
If you're Ezra though, the drawback to Ezra with red blue here is that I don't think the E-wings help you as much as you would like. So you have to start looking at green, I think. Because the E-wing doesn't actually trigger Ezra's ability. Oh, he's got also the ambush. Like, so with Sabine, that ambush guy is really good. Because you can give him advantage tokens, and then the next unit, that guy, comes in shielded, and he just knocks him off.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it looks like he is looking at an Ezra blue too as well. He likes the blue, but
Yeah, but a lot of the blue units only have 2 power. So it's a lot harder to run the Ezra side there.
yeah,
You know?
that's a good point.
Not that it's
3
bad,
power.
it's just hard to do.
No, but that 3 power just goes to show how much that makes a difference. And
Yeah.
like I said, we're just talking about that 2-4 meta. Well, the 2 doesn't really work well for Ezra, where you're wanting 3 attack on units.
Yeah. 3 attack or somehow to
Yeah,
gain a buff to get the engine started. Because I think once you get the engine started, it's a lot easier
yeah,
to keep it rolling. But you run the risk of it just not even starting
yeah.
if you don't have something like that.
We do see him pull the rash action card, which actually does kind of answer that to some degree, but it being 2 cost though does put it in a weird spot.
Yeah, you'd have to do it like turn on resource 4, right? Because you need a 2-drop out there with him and something like that. The discard is pretty handy though.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, I think I still lean blue-green, but I think you have to at least make it. What am I trying to say? You have to at least make an attempt to see if Ezra will work.
Yeah. And I think that's what we've seen with all the players is they can see what the obvious choice is, but they also do their due diligence to check that.
Yeah, I mean,
see if other can play.
I'm even questioning some of the obvious choices because that is a pretty good red pool there, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I like. I like the Night Owl because while not an ideal turn 1 play, he can support and then hit for an additional 1 and then trigger Ezra. So a lot of action progression going on with that card.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty tough. I mean, I think I don't know. I lean green blue, but
Same. But,
yeah, I think we're all.
hey,
I think we're all in agreement.
Imagine if he knew there were no CADs being played.
I know, right? If he knew there was no CADs, I think he takes Sabine immediately.
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing is, the way we've previously done this, we were doing commentary downstairs, so everybody really knew what everybody else had after like the 3 players went. But this time, we're doing commentary remotely.
Oh, that's a good point, huh?
Yeah. So he doesn't get any extra advantage now. Yeah. At this point, it's a matter of which one do you prefer? I still think Sabine's the right play. I'm gonna keep saying that until he picks Sabine. But
I think we should just yell it louder so you can maybe.
yeah, if we yell loud enough, he might hear it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I definitely agree.
Yeah, he's picking Ezra, I think.
Oh, is he Ezra blue? Okay.
That or he's collecting in a way that made me think that, but
well, let's see. No, I think he's trying to see
he
what
might just lay it out, yeah.
With Ezra, which I think this is a good strategy that I've seen a lot of players do, including myself. That see what our curve looks like, kind of gives you more visualization.
Yeah,
let you figure out colors. Make it more easy where you need to cut cards if you do need to cut cards. And also
got a weird gap in the 3 range though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It also helps you notice this weird gap in between on the 3 resource.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really weird one.
Oh, yeah, that's really weird. But I'll be honest, with all the support that he has, it's probably not that bad because he's wanting to take.
He's got a lot of 2s that he could just play on 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of goofy.
Yeah. And he does have some pretty good bombs to kind of help reclaim the board. Because remember, they're going to know he's the faster deck, and so they're going to be trying to control him. I mean, there's damage on the units.
Like I said, the crazy part, though, is that a lot of his turn 1 plays don't trigger. I count 4 that won't trigger Ezra's ability.
Yeah.
Not without help, I guess is a better way to put it. We
Really
need help to do it.
Well, and I think that's really important. I think that's what ends up helping him decide to switch to something. Switch to the Sabine.
Looks like he's going Ezra blue, but something interesting. That's some great green cards.
Yeah, I would have a hard time turning down green, but
I would too, but hey.
as Vizsla with a shield on it is just stupid.
And you could shield the Space Sentinel too.
Yeah. Also a good point. Yeah. T6 into Paz.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, Sabine's ability is just like Sabine leader is just significantly not as good.
We do see him put "mark my words" in there, so looks like he is expecting someone to be playing a CAD,
which could be factoring the decision. Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's a safe bet to make.
I generally agree with that too. But even then, the
players,
Sabine pool is really good.
Oh. You looking to cut it? Yep. Looks like it doesn't make the cut.
I mean, it is kind of late, so that's fair. I can see that.
Yeah, and he's got the imposing Scout Walker too as well. Which, keep in mind, he's probably trying to finish off a unit. Now all of a sudden that's swinging in for 6 damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, probably. Actually, it might be 7 because it's 3 advantage.
Sorry, 7 damage.
Yeah,
6 damage would be only deals 3 damage.
Now he's got to do some mental calculations here. I'm interested to see if he sticks with this and how it does, because I still think Sabine might be the better play here, but I can also see being afraid of that in a CAD meta. So, Ezra blue it is.